that a little bit later. The IRS revealing Friday afternoon, was this a document dump Friday afternoon before Father's Day? Yeah. A computer glitch led to the loss of 2 years' worth of emails sent by Lois Lerner to the White House and by Lois Lerner to key Democrats. These were the same emails subpoenaed by the House Oversight Committee, which is investigating the IRS targeting scandal. Here's Jay Sokolow. He's suing the IRS on behalf of the Tea Party groups that were allegedly targeted by Lois Lerner. Jay, welcome to the program. I've got to tell you right off the top, I don't believe a word of this. It's just, I'm sorry. I'm not calling anybody a liar, but I simply don't believe that you can lose 2 years' worth of key, possibly incriminating emails. Do you?
No, and it's not just any 2 years. It's the two formative years when this whole scheme was developed by Lois Lerner and others at the IRS. But, you know, Stuart, here's the thing, and the fact of the matter is this. She may have lost her emails, and there's technical glitch they're talking about, which is nonsense. It took them a year to tell that to the United States Congress. That's number one. Number two, she sent those emails to individuals, to other agencies, so we certainly are asking those agencies to maintain those records and to produce those records, because that's another way to get at this. But could you imagine, Stuart, if you're being audited by the next major client that I have that has a major corporate audit, and the IRS agent asks for, verification receipts, I'm going to say, gee, we'd like to give them to you, but we lost them. Can we still get the deduction? The answer would be no.
Right.
But Lois Lerner thinks she gets a pass. I don't think she's going to. I think this is really serious. There's a lot of news developing, obviously, in other parts of the world today. But this story with the IRS losing the 2 critical years is outrageous.
It reminds
criminal, I think, and I think people are going to be held responsible.
Look, I'm sorry, Jay. It reminds me, and I was around when Richard Nixon somehow or other had 18 minutes of a key tape erased, supposedly by his secretary. Nobody believed that. There's nothing we could do about it because nobody could get back those 18 minutes of tape. But this time, you can do something about it. I mean, those emails may have been lost by the IRS in some respects, but they're on a server somewhere. Surely you lawyers can get after this, can't you? You go get it.
Yes, and in fact, Stuart, what we're going to do is we've got a lawsuit that's filed. So we're looking at right now at additional filings to mandate, number one, that the agencies keep the documents, because these other agencies got these emails. She may have, quote, lost her emails, through this computer crash, none of which I believe, by the way. But who they went to, they have them. So whether it's from Freedom of Information Act requests or demands that documents be kept pursuant to litigation or actual discovery in the trials themselves, where we will actually be taking deposition and request for production of documents, I'm going to get those emails. Make no mistake about it. I'm going to get them. It's going to show who's culpable here. And I think what's happened to this is the need for a special prosecutor now to investigate the entire IRS apparatus with regard to this conservative targeting scandal.
I've got to let everybody know why this is important.
Is institutionally capable of doing it.
I've got to let everybody know why this is important. It's not just the loss of these emails. The point is, these are emails from Lois Lerner at the very center of this scandal to the White House and to Democrats in the campaign. Those emails will show how they were relating on the issue of targeting. The White House itself, the presidency itself, and the campaign to re-elect the president itself, the campaign. If there is a connection, if any of those emails show that they were ordered to do this by the White House or by the campaign, I mean, the sky's the limit on what's been going on here.
Yeah. Well, Stuart, there's one other aspect of this. 6103 of the Internal Revenue Code says you can't have these unauthorized disclosures. If they can't produce the emails, the presumption is that there were improper disclosures. That's a criminal violation. It's civil and criminal. I mean, so there's criminal liability here for the IRS people that were involved in this. But we've got to get a forensic expert in there to knock this nonsense off. The idea that the IRS, the 2 critical years of this scandal, are now missing is absurd, it's outrageous, illegal, and we got to get to the bottom of it. We're going to. We are not letting this go, and I really appreciate, Stuart, you covering and continuing to stay on this case.
Jay Sokolow, thank you very much indeed. Spelled it out right. Thank you, Jay.